Hello everyone. In this session, let us understand the concept of sets in Java. A set is a collection which cannot hold duplicate elements. A set is also a collection like list, but the difference is it cannot hold duplicate elements. In case of list, we know that we can add duplicates, but that is the fundamental difference in between a set and a list, that a set cannot hold duplicate elements. List can hold. Now there are a few other things in case of set, like set does not guarantee any insertion order and set does not allow the positional access. Like we know that in case of list, when we add the elements in an order, like if we add 3 elements 10, 20, 30 to a list, then we know that the first element is going to be 10, second element is going to be 20, third is going to be 30. So it maintains the insertion order and also it maintains the index. Because when an insertion order is maintained, it's easy to maintain the index also. And when we maintain the index, we can use that index to access the elements positionally. So that is the benefit with list. Now in case of set, the architecture is little different. It does not guarantee you that elements will be in the same order in which you have inserted. Like if you have 10, 20, 30 inserted to a set, then there is no guarantee that they will be there in that same order. Order will change. And second thing is, as there is no guarantee that there will be an insertion order, there is no way or there is no point in specifying the index for those. And then as there are no index, you don't have the positional access also. So all these concepts let us see through example, and also we'll see some basic methods that are available for the hash set. So in this particular session, we'll talk about the hash set, and also there is something called as linked hash set and tree set, which we'll see it in the upcoming sessions. Apart from these basic methods, we also have two very important concepts which are interview questions, like what is the union of sets, how to do it, what is the intersection of the sets, how to do it, and also how to convert a set into a list. Okay, so let us first see how we can create the object of a set. So let us say var set1 is equal to new hash set. And then in these angular brackets, we need to specify what type of data it is going to hold. Similar to list, like for example, I want to hold integer values. And we need to import the hash set from java.util. Now let's add the elements. To add the elements, we have add method. Let me add some elements to this set. So I have added 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now let us display the set in the output. When we run this program, you see the current entries in the set 50, 20, 40, 10, 30. It is not at all in the same order how we have inserted, but that's how set is. It does not guarantee the insertion order. So in case of hash set specifically, the elements are not in the same order how you insert. Okay, that is the first thing. Now, how do you add elements? Simply use set.add. How to remove elements? Simply use something like set.remove and specify the element, say 20. So the element 20 will be removed from the set. And other methods are also pretty similar, like if you do clear, then all the elements of the set will be removed. When we do contains, for example, so contains will tell us whether a particular element is present in the set or not present in the set, very similar to the lists. And size will tell us what is the current number of items in the set. So in this case 5 items, so it will say 5. Okay, pretty similar. Now let us also see the point of the duplicates. What if I add a couple of duplicate elements? Say I'm adding 10, which is a duplicate. Also let me add set1.20, which is also a duplicate. And now let's see what is the contents. So when we run this program, you still see the output as 50, 20, 40, and actually it is omitting the duplicate values. It is omitting the repetition. So there is no 2 10s or no 2 20s in the set. So that is what we mean, that set cannot contain duplicate values. Even if you add them, it will omit by itself. So these are the fundamental differences in between list and set. List can have duplicates, set cannot have duplicate, and these basic methods pretty similar to what we saw in the lists. Now coming to the important points, what is the union and intersection of the sets? Union will give us elements from both of the sets. Like for example, if I create another set over here, say var set2 is equal to new hash set, and let me also add some elements to this set. So we have added the elements like 10, 40, 50, 70 and 80, out of which 70 and 80 are the new elements, and 10, 40, 50 are also there in the set 1. So when we do the union of the set 1 and set 2, the way we will do it is something like set 1 dot add all from set 2. So it will contain the elements both from set 1 and set 2, and of course the duplicates will be omitted. So when we display the output of set 1, in this case it will be the union of set 1 and set 2. So if you see the output, it's 80, 50, 20, 70, 40, 10 and 30, which is the union of set 1 and set 2. Similarly, if you want to do the intersection in the sense only the common elements from set 1 and set 2, to get only the common elements from set 1 and set 2, the way we will do it is by using set 1 dot retain all set 2. So when you do something like set 1 retain all set 2, then it will contain, the set 1 will now contain only the common elements from set 1 and set 2, that is 10, 40 and 50, and it will omit the 70 and 80, and it will omit the 20 which is not there, and 30 which is not there in the set 2. So when we run this program, we'll see the common elements, which is 10, 40 and 50 in between set 1 and set 2. So very important but easy operations, union of two sets and intersection of two sets. And finally, to convert a set to a list, all we need to do is, let's first create a list. Say var list1 is equal to, say, new array list, and all we need to do is list1 dot add all and then add the set, say for example set 1. So what will happen, all the elements which are currently there in the set 1 will go inside list 1. So when you display the list 1 here, you will see all the elements which are there in the set. So let me, for example, comment these lines here. So these are the elements now from the list 1 which are there in the set 1. So this is the way you can convert a set into a list. So this is about the hash set. In the next session we'll see the linked hash set.